So I'd say we're ready to start. So again, we're going to come all the way to our backs this morning. Okay, so we're just going to start off nice and easy. Again, you can obviously stay in a seated position if you would prefer to come into seated meditation. Otherwise, bringing the soles of the feet together, knees out wide, hands can be on the belly, or if you want to feel a bit more into the upper body, you can reach the arms kind of in a T shape, cactus arms, and just start to relax. So just starting to close over your eyes. And starting to draw awareness to your breathing. So just noticing as you breathe in, and you feel any tension in the body. On your exhale, just allowing the tension to release. So just taking a few deep breaths in through the nose, filling your chest, allowing the ribcage belly to expand. And as you exhale, full release out through your mouth. And just taking a quick body scan. So starting with the lower body, just allowing your feet to soften. And just allowing the knees to rest easy, so coming out towards the sides, just letting them relax. And just noticing your bum cheeks resting against the mat and allowing the lower back to soften. So relaxing the middle body, releasing the shoulders against the floor. Allowing softness in the arms and fingers wherever they rest. And then drawing awareness to your face. So are you holding on to any tension around the jaw area? Just maybe opening, closing your mouth. And relaxing the cheeks, around your ears, around your eyes. Softening your forehead. So just taking a quick body scan. Is there anywhere else that you may be holding on to tension? Just allowing it to soften, using your breath as you breathe in, expanding on the inhale, and as you exhale, softening. And then maybe noticing any sounds around you or inside the room. Just observing these sounds, not getting frustrated or attached, just being very present. So we're going to do our few rounds of Kumbhaka breath. So you can keep the hands where they are, or you can bring them one hand to chest, one hand to belly. Take a deep breath in, exhale, and then we're going to breathe in for 4 counts. So start to breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Continue 5 rounds in your own time, following the breath in, following the breath out. So taking one more round. And then when you're finished, just starting to gently straighten out the legs and reach the arms over the head. So taking a full body stretch. And then from here I want you to just gently walk the legs over towards the left side of your mat. And then gently moving the upper body gently towards the left. So we're coming into a lying down side body stretch. If you want to feel a bit more, maybe crossing the right leg over the left. Again, it may not be accessible to you. And just take a deep breath in, feeling that nice stretch through right side body. And gently coming back to your center and walking the feet over towards your right side and moving the upper body towards the right, maybe crossing the left over the right, and gently taking a deep breath into your left side body. And gently uncrossing, coming back to center. And we're going to draw both knees in towards the chest. So just giving the body a nice hug. Rocking maybe from side to side. Or just taking little circles, just releasing your lower back. So going in the opposite direction. We're just going to take a gentle twist. So you're just going to straighten out the left leg, bringing the right knee in towards the chest. And again, you can give it a good squeeze in. That feels okay on the hip. Taking a deep breath in. On your exhale, you're going to peel the knee over towards your left, and you're gently going to start to look to your right. So you're bringing the right arm towards the right side, and the knee can just stay gently upright, depending, or you can start to push the knee towards the floor if you feel good. If not, just keeping it very gentle to start. So just taking 2 deep breaths in, and breathing into the upper chest, allowing your belly to expand, and exhale, soften. And gently inhale, come back towards your center, and then just swapping legs. So extending the right leg, bringing the left knee in towards the chest, and maybe giving it a good squeeze in. Taking a deep breath in, and on your exhale, just gently peeling the knee over towards your right side. You can start to extend the left arm out, and just gently looking over. Taking 2 deep breaths. And softening on your exhale. Then gently coming back to your neutral position. Just grab both knees again, giving it a squeeze. And we're going to just start with the hard part. We're going to be keeping with our theme of core this week. So I'm going to do a bit of core work. So there's always an option not to do it and just to relax. Or you can start to bring the knees to the tabletop position. So you might just start to feel already core engagement here. This may be enough for you. Or we're going to start to cross the right leg over the left. Okay, so it's almost like you're crossing your legs in the air. You're going to start to squeeze the inner thighs, your glutes together. So you're starting to activate the legs. If you want to take the bind, you can wrap the right foot around the left shin. Again, not a biggie if you can't do it. Just squeeze everything together. So this may be as much as you do, or you start to bend the elbows in front of the face, and you start to cross the right right arm underneath the left arm. Now this may not be accessible to people. You can just keep the you can grab the hands together, make a fist. And from here, we're simply going to inhale, start to extend the legs, reach the arms overhead. And as you exhale, you start to peel the elbows, the shoulders off the mat, draw the knee in towards the chest. So I'm already shaking here, so this is quite tough. And if it's too much, just drop the legs, inhale, reach out, and as you exhale, curl. Always an option just to do normal press-ups or sit-ups. You can just reach. So we're just going to do 3 more on this top side. So taking it nice and slow. So inhale, extend. As you exhale, curl. And roll the tummy down towards the spine on the exhale. Reaching out. Exhale. Always hated this when a teacher did it at the start, but you do feel that engagement in the core. Always feels good after. Trust me. 1 more. And when you come to your exhale here, just squeeze everything together. Hips, bum cheeks, tummy, and then exhale, slowly release, and just gently allow the knees to rock from side to side. So we're going to have to do the opposite leg. Again, always an option not to do it. So bringing the knees to our tabletop position, just trying to push the lower and middle back into the mat. Start to cross the left leg over the right leg, and just start to squeeze legs, squeeze hips, bum cheeks together. Again, you can just have the hands, the elbows bent and interlink, or you can cross the left over the right and maybe grab the palms. So taking an inhale, start to extend the legs, reach the arms over the head, and as you exhale, curl, draw the shoulder blades off the mat. So gently inhale and exhale. So just taking 3 more in your own time. Taking 1 more. And then when you're there, hold it here, squeeze everything, draw tummy in towards the spine, hold, hold, hold. And exhale, release, knees in towards the chest. Again, you can take a rock from side to side. And from here, we're going to come onto all 4s. So whatever way you can get there, you can rock up, or you can come to your side, gently, gently pushing up to all 4s. Really feel that in the core. So just to kind of release the front body, we're just going to come into a gentle low cobra. So you're just on your knees, you're gently just going to bring the body all the way to the mat. And then from here, simply just walk the elbows forward, press your fingertips into the mat, and gently inhale, just soften, relax your shoulders, and just feeling that nice stretch through the tummy. Just take 2 deep breaths. And then exhale, just gently drop the head towards the mat. Just let everything relax for a moment. And then we're going to come into our tabletop position once more. So resetting the palms underneath the shoulders, untap the toes, gently lifting yourself up, coming into a few rounds of our cat-cow. So spread the fingertips nice and wide, the knees are under the hips, and on your inhale, start to push the bum up towards the ceiling, gently starting to look up. And then on your exhale, curling the tailbone down, pressing through the hands, feeling that stretch between your shoulder blades. So just taking your own time, breathing in on your inhale, look up, and exhale, curl. If you want, you can take kind of figures of eight, so just circling, kind of any fluid movement that might feel nice. So just taking two more. And then gently coming back to neutral tabletop. So we're going to bring the left foot outside the left hand. So we're just starting to get into the hip. So if there's a lot of pressure on the right knee joint, you just prop with your cushion or blanket. And gently, we're just simply going to again just circle, so just really feeling into the hip. So if you hear pops, quite normal. Are you cracking? So again, just breathing into the stretch, and sometimes just closing the eyes, just really getting into your body. What are you feeling? You might like to hold it somewhere just to feel a bit more into the stretch. And then we're going to come to the opposite leg. So slowly just swapping sides. So bringing the right foot outside the right hand. And then simply just moving, feeling into it. Ooh, pop there. And again, nice big breath in and exhale. Just taking one more breath. And then gently starting to come back onto the knees, and we're just going to come into just a quick child's pose, but I'm just going to demonstrate. This is our resting pose if the practice becomes a bit too much. So bring the big toes together, the knees come wide apart, and you start to push the bum down towards the floor. And just gently let the head drop towards the mat. If you prefer, you can use a cushion or you can use your block just to rest the head if it feels better on the neck. So while we're here, just taking 3 deep breaths in. So just breathing in, imagining the breath traveling to the base of the spine. And as you exhale, the breath traveling from the base of the spine through to the crown of the head. So softening on the exhale. And you might feel this a bit in the hips. Taking one more breath. And from here, we're going to come into our downward facing dog. So if that isn't accessible for people, you can stay here in a child's pose. So I'm going to demonstrate. You're going to come onto all fours to start with. When you're ready, you start to untop the toes and you gently start to push through your hands and lift your knees off the mat. Start to push the bum back towards your heels. So you're pushing the floor away. Relax the head. And when you're ready, starting to maybe start to straighten out one leg and the other leg. So feet are hip distance, slightly wider if you have any issues with your lower back. Spread your fingertips nice and wide. So hands in line with shoulders, relax your head. Just maybe nod the head, yes. Shake the head, no, releasing any tension. And we're just going to stay here just for 2 breaths. You can pedal out the feet, starting to push the heels towards the floor. Opposite legs. And then gently on the bottom of your exhale, we're all going to start to look between our hands. Start to gently bend your knees and you're going to start to walk the feet forward towards the top of the mat. So just taking your time. Coming all the way forward. And when you get there, take an exhale, gently bend the knees, relax the head, coming into a forward fold. Take another inhale, come into your half lift this time. Draw the hands to your shins, lengthen your spine, gaze forward.
And then exhale, fold. Once more, inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold. This time we're coming up to standing, so start to press through your feet. You're going to reach the arms all the way out, coming through halfway. Keep pressing all the way up. Coming up to your standing position, reach arms up, look towards thumbs, and as you exhale, hands either side. Great. So we're going to come into half sun sal, and just coming into a bit of a twist. So grounding down through your feet, the gap could be between the heels. Start to engage the legs, the glutes. Just gently tummy drawn in towards your spine, soften your shoulders, and relax the face. And then when you're ready, taking a deep breath in, start to reach the arms all the way up, looking up. And then on your exhale, hinge forward. So we're gently opening the arms, so the knees can be bent or straight. Gently start to bring the fingertips to the mat for your forward fold. Relax the head. Inhale, half lift. Draw your hands to your shins. Lengthen forward, look. And then as you exhale, this time we're going to come into a simple twist. So bringing the left hand to the center of the mat. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to start to twist the body towards your right and start to maybe reach that right hand up towards the ceiling. If it's not feeling good, just bring right hand to hip. Knees can be bent, or you can start to straighten through the right leg if it feels good. So just taking 2 deep breaths. And just imagining spinning the left ribs up towards the ceiling. Take another breath. And then exhale, slowly bringing that right hand back to the mat. So bring it to the center, and we're going to come into the twist to the left. So taking an inhale, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, twist the body towards the left. Again, you can leave the hand on the hip or the lower back, or reach left arm up. Maybe starting to straighten through the left leg if it feels good. It's too much bend knees, just take 2 deep breaths. And then exhale, slowly bringing the hand back to the mat. Take an inhale, half lift. Draw the hands to the shins once more. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press up to standing. And reach the arms all the way out, all the way up. And exhale, hands down. Great, so let's start with our sun sal A. So when we're ready, ground down through the feet. Inhale, reach arms up, looking up towards your thumbs. On your exhale, hinge forward, knees bent or straight, coming into your forward fold, fingertips to mat. Inhale, half lift. Draw hands to shins, lengthen. On your exhale, slowly starting to step back, this time into our plank pose. Right foot back, and then maybe left foot back. Knees can be on the mat here. So we're just going to take 3 breaths. So wherever you are, if you are in full plank, press back through the heels, press through the arms. Just making sure the bum isn't lifted, draw the bum down. Taking 1 more breath. And then exhale with all lower knees, chest, chin, draw your elbows back as you come all the way to the floor. Taking an inhale for low cobra, so you can keep the hands where they are if you want to bring them forward a few inches. Take an inhale, gently drawing the body up. Try and relax your shoulders as you come up. Exhale, come all the way down. And from here, we're going to bring the fingertips a few inches outside our mat. And when you're ready, take a deep breath in, and we're going to start to bend the right knee and push up gently, maybe starting to look over your right shoulder. So you can keep it low or coming up a bit higher, just depending on your spine. Exhale, slowly come all the way down. Doing the same on the opposite side. So inhale, press through the hands, gently bend that left knee, look over your left shoulder. Exhale down. Inhale, start to reset the palms on tuck toes. Gently coming up through tabletop. And you can choose child's pose or your down dog for 5 breaths. So from here, it's just sitting here in your silence, just focusing on your breathing. If you're in down dog, keep pushing the floor away from you, soften the face. Keep pressing the heels towards the floor. Taking 2 more breaths. If you're in your child's pose, gently come up, and we're going to meet everybody in down dog. So untap the toes, gently lift the knees off the mat, push the bum back towards the heels, and then bum up towards the ceiling. And then we'll all start to look between our hands, gently bending the knees, start to step the feet forward. So you can completely step forward, take a few steps. Come to the top of the mat, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, hands to shins, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press up to standing, reach the arms all the way out, all the way up, looking up. And exhale, hands down. Right, so I'm going to do that once more. Inhale, reach the arms up, looking up. Exhale, hinge forward, knees bent or straight, coming into your forward fold, fingertips to mat. Inhale, half lift, hands to shins, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back into plank pose. So knees on or off the mat. If you're in full plank, keep pressing back through heels, the legs are engaged. Taking 1 more breath. And then all lower knees, just chin, start to draw the elbows back and tuck the toes, come all the way down. On your inhale, low cobra, so pressing through the tops of the feet, press through the hands, gently come up. And keeping it low or a bit higher if it feels okay. Exhale, come all the way down. Start to bring the fingertips a few inches wide, take an inhale, bend the right knee. Gently looking over your right shoulder on your inhale. Exhale, gently come down. Inhale, bending the left knee, looking over left shoulder. Exhale down. Inhale, reset the palms, untuck the toes, and gently choosing your child's pose or your down dog for 5 breaths. For those of you in child's pose, sometimes it might be nice to actually bring the hands either side of the body, so you're really allowing your shoulders to soften. If you want a more active child's pose, you extend the arms. So wherever you are, just breathing into it. So you're going to take 2 more breaths. If you're in child's pose, gently come up. Vinyasa in our downward facing dog, so untucking the toes, lifting the knees, push bum back and hips up. All start to look between the hands, walk the feet forward to the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Relax the head. Inhale, half lift, hands to shins, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press up to standing, reach the arms all the way out, all the way up, reach up and exhale, hands down. Good. So we're going to come into our chair pose, Utkatasana. So coming to the top of the mat, the big toes touch, heels can be slightly apart. And when you're ready, you're going to bend the knees, inhale, you're going to sweep the hands along the mat, chair pose. So we're just going to start to sit back in our chair. So you lift the chest, hands, if it's not feeling good, you can reach them out further if there's any issues with shoulders, or hands to hips, or reach back. So we're just going to hold for 2 breaths. Taking 1 more breath. And then exhale, fingertips to the mat, coming into your forward fold. You might want to straighten the legs slightly. And then take an inhale, come into your half lift, hands to shins, lengthen your spine. On your exhale this time, planting the hands down, we're going to slowly step the right foot back and the right knee down. So we're coming into a low lunge. And always an option to pad your knee. Come onto the fingertips, maybe move the left foot out slightly towards the left side of your mat. When you're ready, inhale. You can use your hand to press onto your knee to lift you up, or you can sweep the hands up, gently coming into your low lunge. Now from here, we're going to inhale, reach the arms up, and as we exhale, we're going to come into a cactus arms. So we're opening up through the shoulders. So you're drawing the shoulder blades together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, cactus arms. One more, inhale, reach up. And exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, reach up once more. And from here, as you exhale, coming into a twist. So reaching the right hand, maybe to come onto your left knee and reach the left arm back. If you want, you can reach both arms out. So just taking 2 deep breaths, softening shoulders. Then slowly on your next inhale, sweep the arm back up, reach up, and as you exhale, you're going to frame that front foot, and you're slowly going to untuck the right toes, lift the right knee off the mat, and you're going to come into your plank. So reach the left foot back to meet the right in plank. Always an option to just drop both knees. Take a breath here, and then all on our exhale, lower our knees, chest, chin, all the way down towards the mat. Take an inhale for low cobra. Reset hands. Inhale, gently push up. Soften shoulders. Exhale down. Inhale on top toes. Press through your tabletop. Choosing child's pose or down dog, just for 3 breaths this time. And come back to your breathing. Taking one more breath. So if you're in child's pose, meet us in our down dog. So coming to tabletop, untuck the toes, lift the knees off the mat, push bum back towards the heels. Start to extend the legs slowly, start to look forward. We'll all start to come to the top of the mat, so bending the knees, stepping the feet forward to our forward fold. Soften, relax the head. Inhale, coming into half lift. Hands to shins, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we're going to press up to our standing position. So reaching the arms all the way out, all the way up, looking up. And exhale, hands down. Great, so I'm going to come into chair once more. So on your inhale, sweep the hands along the mat, bend the knees, Utkatasana chair pose. Again, hands can be wherever feels good. So keep pushing the bum back towards the back of the room. Again, just going to take 2 more breaths. And this is all getting into our thighs, our glutes. Ooh. Taking 1 more breath. And then gently forward fold. Fingertips to the mat. Maybe straightening through the legs. Then on your next inhale, draw the hands to the shins. Lengthen, look forward. Exhale, slowly, fingertips to the mat. We're going to bring the left foot back and the left knee down. And using any props if you need it. So gently move the right foot slowly out towards the right side of your mat. Give your hips a bit of space. And when you're ready, slowly coming up, so you can bring your right hand to your right knee and slowly sweep up or reach both arms up. So just taking a moment here in our low lunge. And when you're ready, inhale, extending through the arms, and as you exhale, start to bend the elbows and draw them down towards the floor. So opening through shoulder blades. Taking 2 more, inhale, reach up. Exhale. Once more, inhale, reach up.
And exhale. And then gently inhale, reach up once more. And from here, coming into our twist. So slowly starting to bring the left hand forward, right arm back. Oops. And you might need a bit of stability. Bring the left hand to your right knee and gently look back. Trying to soften your shoulders. Taking 2 breaths. Then gently, slowly coming back to your center. So again, you can use the hands on the knee. Inhale, sweep up. And then exhale, frame that front foot. So fingertips to the mat, untuck the back toes, and we're coming into our plank pose. So you're just gently bringing the right foot back. Drop the knees here if you need to in your plank. Or take a breath. And then exhale, all lower knees, chest, chin. Elbows back as you come all the way to your mat. Now from here we're actually going to start to bring the hands behind the back, interlink the fingers. If that's not comfortable, you can just reach the arms either side of the body. But on the next inhale, we're going to start to lift the feet off the mat and maybe lifting the upper body. If you can interlink the fingers and extend the arms back. Wherever you are, just holding, trying to keep the neck long, so not crunching the neck. We're just going to hold for 3 breaths. For 2. For 1. And exhale, just bringing one cheek to the mat, letting everything relax, maybe wiggling the butt cheeks. And we're going to do that once more. So on your next inhale, gently start to lift the feet. And again, if it's not feeling good, you can keep the feet on the floor and just reach the arms back. So you're just doing one variation, or reach the legs back. And if you want, you can interlink, relax the head. So wherever you are, just holding for 3 breaths. And exhale slowly. Whew. Cheek to the mat and letting everything relax. You might want to bend the knees, rock them from side to side. And then from here, you're simply coming into your child's pose or your down dog. So just taking a moment in your resting pose. So wherever you want to be, come into down dog, come into child's pose. And if you want to try the pillow on the forehead in child's pose, is quite nice. Wherever you are, come back to your breathing. I'm going to take 2 more breaths. If you're in your child's pose, you're gently going to come up. Meet us in our down dog. So untuck the toes, lift the knees off the mat, pushing bum back and hips up. Slowly start to look between the hands, bend the knees, stepping the feet forward to the top of the mat. Bend the knees, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold, fingertips to the mat. Inhale, start to come up to our standing position, so press through the feet, reach the arms all the way out, all the way up, reaching up, and exhale, hands on either side. Great. So we're going to come into our warrior 2 pose, Virabhadrasana 2. So you're bringing the left foot back, the right foot is in front. So the left foot is in line with the short edge of your mat. You're going to start to extend the arms up and bend into the front knee. So if you feel you might need a bit more and you want to try and get the knee in line with the ankle, you might need to extend the legs a bit out further. And if you have a wall space, you can do this up against the wall if you struggle with balance. So if you want to bring hands to hips or reach out, gaze is over your right hand. Taking a breath in, as you exhale, maybe you can bend a little deeper. So we're getting into the hip. Softening your breath. Just going to hold here for 3 breaths. Taking one more breath here. And then from here we're coming into reverse warrior. So you start to drop the left hand to your left thigh, flip the front palm and take a deep breath in. Start to gently reach back. So you can just slightly extend or you can reach back a bit further, keeping a bend in the front knee. Taking a breath here. This is quite strong in the legs. Then when you come back up, inhale, draw your tummy in and gently come back up to your warrior 2 pose. And then we're going to transition to our Vinyasa. So start to bend the right elbow on the right knee and gently maybe lifting that left hand up. Again, it can be on the hip if there's any issues with shoulders. If you want to come more into your core, you can start to reach the right hand out towards the left side of your mat, so kind of in front of you. And you really feel it here for those thrill seekers. So just taking 2 more breaths. So feed the hand out, gently bring it back to the knee, and we're going to push back up to our warrior 2 pose. And then we're going to simply come up to standing. So just coming onto the ball of the back foot, coming into a high lunge, and then slowly push up to standing. So you might need to just push. Always doing a few bit of challenges in between. So we're going to come to the opposite side. So you're going to have the left foot in front, the right foot back. So coming into Vinyasa 2, warrior 2. Extend the arms out and take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bend into the front knee. Softening your shoulders, gazing over the left hand, making sure you're not leaning over too far. Come back towards your center. And grounding down through the feet. Soften your breath. And just your drishti, your gaze, just keeping it nice and soft. So 3 breaths here. So taking 1 more breath. And then coming into our reverse warrior. So dropping the right hand to your right thigh, flip the left palm, inhale, slowly start to reach back. So you can just stay up, or you can reach back maybe a bit more, keeping a bend in the front knee. So just taking 1 more breath. And then as you come up, draw your tummy in towards your spine to gently come back through to your warrior 2, and then variation of Vinyasa. So bending the left elbow to the left knee, reach the right hand up, or again it can be on the hip, depending on your shoulders. Maybe starting to reach the left arm out towards the right side of your mat, or depending on where you are, just reaching it out in front of you. That's tough on the core. If you do have the elbow on the knee, don't hang out here on the shoulder, and you're using your tummy muscles, so push out of that hand. So just going to take 2 more breaths. One more breath. If you have the hand out, slowly bring it back to the knee and gently inhale, push back up to your warrior 2. And we're going to come back up to standing, so coming onto the ball of the back foot, and slowly, you can bend the knee and whoosh. Oops, there we go. Great, so we're going to do 1 standing balance, tree pose. So always recommend, if it's new to you, just to use a wall space. So you're going to ground down through the left foot. You're going to bring the sole of the right foot to the ankle, shin, or inner thigh. So some people might want to go a bit higher, just making sure you're not on the knee joint. So just choosing comfortable position. So you might again use your left hand. You can keep the foot on the floor if you like. Just trying to draw that knee out towards the side. Not sinking into the left hips. Again, you're activating all the leg muscles, tummy muscles. So inhale, lengthen, draw tummy in. Hands can come to your heart center. And just gazing at a point in front of you that isn't moving.
Just keeping the breath soft. If you're very comfortable, you can play around with the hands, you can reach them over the head, whatever you like. So we're just going to hold here for a couple of breaths. Soften the face. If you fall over, it's fine. We've all done it at some point. Taking one more breath. And then gently release the leg, shaking it out, shaking out both legs. And then coming to the opposite leg. So ground down through the right foot, bringing the sole of the left foot to shin, ankle or inner thigh. Oops, already losing my balance, so using the wall space if you need it. Start to bring the foot to the shin, ankle or inner thigh. Just trying to draw the knee out as much as possible out towards your side. So when you're ready, lift out of that leg, draw your tummy in. So tummy always helps with the balance. Gaze in front, soften your face. And if you're comfortable, you can play around with the hands. If this is really easy for you, you can close the eyes. And then you'll notice how hard it is. It's very hard with eyes closed. So we're just going to hold for another 3 breaths. One more breath. And release. Shake it out. And we're just going to come into a forward fold. So we're going to come again to the long edge of your mat. Feet are out nice and wide, so your heels can be slightly turned in, so big toes slightly turned in if that feels good. You can have the knees bent or you can straighten through the legs, just making sure you're not locking the legs out too much. Take an inhale, we're going to start to reach the arms up, reaching up, and as you exhale, we're going to hinge forward so the knees can be bent or straight. Now make sure you have, sorry I should have said, your block or props if you need it. So we're slowly, and again you might feel a few pops, you can use your block and hold it here so you can come halfway, or if you're very comfortable you can bring the fingertips to the mat. But wherever you are, just gently allow the head to relax. So this should be quite nice on the lower back. Knees can be bent, so just breathe into the stretch. So you're going to take 2 more breaths here. And then slowly, we're simply just going to start to walk the hands towards the left side, or you can use your block. So we're coming into feeling through the back body, maybe through the legs, keeping the block or the fingertips on the mat, gently relax the head. So you really, if you have the hands on the floor, really extend out through the hands. So you're feeling maybe all the way through, maybe the armpit down the side of the body, or use your block. Knees can be bent. Just taking 2 more breaths. And then slowly coming to the opposite side, so maybe moving your block or moving the fingertips. Take an inhale, lengthen your spine as you exhale, folding. Relax your head and feel through the left side body. Taking 1 more deep breath. And then gently, we're going to come all the way to the mat. So just bend the knees and whatever way you can get there. And we're going to come all the way to our backs. Now, if you have your strap or belt, we're just going to straighten through the right leg. So we're going to come all the way to the floor. Now to start with, you can bend the sole of the left foot, so the left knee is bent. And if you have your strap, you can bring the strap around the right foot. So what we're looking to do here is do a hamstring stretch. So if you're comfortable, you can start to maybe straighten the leg, knee can be bent, whichever. If you're finding this quite easy, you can start to straighten the left leg. And if you want to walk the hands up the strap. So it can be quite a hard pose. You can keep the knee bent, and this might be as far as you go, keeping the sole of the left foot on. If you've no strap, I would say bend the knee and just draw it in towards the chest, because it's hard to grab the foot. So just wherever you are, taking 2 more breaths. And just keep pushing the right heel up towards the ceiling. Relax your shoulders. One more breath. And then gently just drop the knee in towards the chest, giving the body a hug, remove the strap. And then we're going to come to the opposite leg. So you can start with bending the bringing the right foot to the mat. Start to bend the left knee in towards the chest, and again this might be as far as you go, just getting a nice stretch on the front thigh. If you have your strap, you can bring the strap around the left foot and maybe starting to straighten through the leg. And if you have the flexibility, some people are different, you can start to walk the hands up the strap and draw the leg over your head if you can. But it doesn't really matter where you are as long as you feel it in your body. So wherever you are, just keep pressing the heel up towards the ceiling and breathe into it. Taking one more breath. And then gently releasing any straps that you have and just roll the left knee in towards the chest. Nice. So we're going to come into shoulder stand. Now shoulder stand can be quite difficult if you've never done it before. So there's always a variation for legs up the wall, which is a really, really nice pose and very good for bringing the blood flow the opposite direction. So if you have wall space, I have a rod here now so I can't really do it properly, but if you have the wall space, you can bring the left bum cheek up towards the side of your kickboard, and when you're there then you can slowly bring the feet up on the wall. So the knees can be bent, or you can straighten out the legs. If you want, you can bring the legs out. But from here, this is kind of a restorative variation of our shoulder stand. If you want to come into the deeper variation, you start to bend the knees and you slowly start to bring the hands onto the lower back. So your knees are coming off the mat. So you're holding it here. If you're comfortable, you can start to straighten through the legs. Now the legs might kind of go over the head. Again, this is all about using your core and starting maybe to straighten through the legs. Keep pushing the bum cheeks up. And you're going to hold it here. Always an option to put legs up the wall, which, as I said, is a really, really nice pose before Shavasana. But we're still kind of getting the same effect. Legs away from the body, blood flow opposite direction. For those of you who've been with me a while, you know where I'll go with this. So you can stay with this or come into plow pose, which is extending the legs over the head. So if that's there for you, or knees bent, you can go there. Otherwise, we're just going to hold here for 3 more breaths. And then gently, you can start to bend the knees. So the knee might just come to your chest. Bring the hands back towards the mat and slowly lower yourselves down. If you have the legs up the wall, you can just gently draw the knees in towards the chest and just rock over to any side. And we're going to come all the way back onto our mats. Draw the knees in towards your chest, giving yourself a hug. And we're going to come into our relaxation, or Shavasana. So for your Shavasana, just making sure you have blankets, cushions, socks, and yeah, so getting yourself nice and comfortable. When you're there, just taking a few deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Just taking a few more deep breaths. So the hard part is over. And then when you're there, just starting to draw your awareness down to your feet and just allowing them to soften. Softening and relaxing the ankles. Softening shins, calves. Softening and relaxing the knees and your thighs. Softening your bum cheeks. Softening your lower back, around your pelvis. Softening the middle back, rib cage. Softening your upper back and chest. So maybe taking one final breath into your chest, and on your exhale, allowing it to soften. Allow the shoulders to rest easy, no heavy. Softening and relaxing arms. Softening elbows, forearms, wrists and fingers. Relaxing your throat. Softening and releasing your jaw. Softening around your cheeks, your ears. Softening around the eyes. Softening your forehead. So just allowing the whole body to completely feel heavy on the mat.
gently starting to bring your awareness back into your room, back into the body. You might want to stay here a little longer, which you can do. Otherwise, starting to take a deep breath in, just gently wiggling the fingers and toes, maybe moving your head gently from side to side. And taking another deep breath, starting to reach the arms over the head and taking a full body stretch. Gently start to draw the knees in towards the chest, giving the body a hug. And then gently rocking over to any side and just curling up in a little ball. Just taking a moment here. And when you're ready, slowly beginning to press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Keeping the eyes closed, draw the hands through heart center. We'll seal the practice with just 3 deep breaths. So exhale fully, and then take a deep breath in through your nose, expanding your chest belly, and then exhale out through your mouth. Taking 2 more, breathing in, and exhale. Final big breath in, and exhale. So we'll bow our head to our hands. And thank yourself for taking time out to practice yoga. Hope you have a lovely Sunday. Happy Mother's Day. Have a lovely weekend.